Now for some prospects to watch for later in the draft. LSU big man Naz Reid is the type of player teams love to take a chance on. A versatile 7-footer with the ability to step outside and shoot the three. He was one of the best players in the nation when he played at Roselle Catholic in New Jersey.
He's really a unique kid. Nazi has a unique skill set. 6'11", 260 pounds, can handle the ball like a guard, shoots it well from three, but then can still go down in the post and score down there like he used to when he was younger and hadn't really expanded his game the way that he has over the last couple of years. So he's so versatile, makes him a tough matchup, and really is fun for us to coach him because there's so many different ways we can use him. The big phrase right now is the positionless basketball. So the game's really moved towards this positionless basketball game, and Nazi fits that. I mean, you could play him at center, you could play him at point guard, you could play him pretty much anywhere in between.
I'm kind of a pass first. If I score, if I have to, of course, but pass first. I'm very unselfish and most likely try to be a leader as much as I can.
While he knows it's still a long way to the top, Naz isn't selling himself short when he talks about his long-term goals.
My main goal is just to be a Hall of Famer in the NBA. That's the main goal.
I think the key thing about Nazi is, he's just grown so much since the day he walked through the door. I mean, it's a young man who, like I said, came here and, really has grown both on and off the court. I mean, that's probably the thing that I'm the most proud of with him is just his development as a young man from, the kid I met as a 7th, 8th grader to the kid I'm looking at now as, a soon-to-be high school graduate. That growth has been tremendous.
Michigan guard Charles Matthews has a shot to hear his name called in the second round. After struggling to find playing time at Kentucky, Matthews transferred to Michigan, where he helped the Wolverines reach a Final Four and also developed into one of the team's best players. He was one of the best high school prospects in the nation during his time at St. Rita of Cascia High School in Chicago.
Got to be tough mentally and physically. Chicago basketball, it's the Mecca. It's the best in the world, in my opinion, because there's many great players that you all don't see. It's a dogfight every time, from the Park Districts to the state championship. So there's many great players in here, and I'm just fortunate to be adding my name to that long, extremely long list of history when it comes to Chicago basketball.
When people talk about the talents of the 6'5" guard, one word keeps coming up.
Versatile.
Very versatile and
great versatility.
He has basically almost everything that you can say in a good basketball player. The height, the skill, the work ethic.
I can guard many positions. I can score many positions on the floor, many spots on the floor. I can handle the ball, get my teammates involved as well, and I'm a plus rebounder from my size as well.
Matthews is capable of putting up points in a hurry, but that's not his first thought when he steps on the court.
Really just let the game come to me. That's how I never go in the game with the mindset of I have to come out and score 40 or I have to be the man in this game. Really just like to continue with the team concept, but then as all players know, it comes that time where you can see, okay, it's time for you to take the game to your own control and take the game in your hands. So I just stay into the team concept, but then when I feel it's that time and need for me to go and take the game over, that's what I do.
Charles credits his parents and 2 brothers for keeping him on track because there are plenty of obstacles in the big city that could have distracted him from his goals.
I was born on the south side, raised there too, so I've seen a little bit of the bad side of Townsend as well as the good side. And I have a very close-knit family, my circle's very tight. They're there with me for support and love, and they just help me whatever my dreams are and protect them.
A great mom, great dad, always the best interest of their kids. You have to have that, parental support really helps. And a lot of kids don't have both parents at home and don't have that support, and they do, and that's why they're on a great track.
While there's still room for improvement in his game, Charles now hopes to continue his development on an NBA roster.
Money!
After one season at Wake Forest, Jaylen Hoard decided he was ready for the pros. The 6'8" forward grew up in France. His father's from Chicago and played professionally overseas. While Jaylen spent his childhood following his dad's pro career in Europe, he always had his eye on basketball in the United States.
I love it. That's why I came, see the highlights and stuff, like back in France on the computer. and it kind of like attracted me. So versatile, I can play 3, 4, 5 even, just whatever, facilitate, score the ball, rebound.
After averaging 13 points and 7 rebounds per game for the Demon Deacons, Hoard now hopes to land on an NBA roster. Jaylen Hands of UCLA has also decided he's ready for the next level. The sophomore point guard from San Diego is a 5-star prospect coming out of Foothills Christian School.
The first 5 or 10 minutes, I like to find out what they like to do offensively. And once you kind of find out the movements and where they go, you can kind of read the plays, and that's how you get some steals there, here and there. I'm going to take what the game comes to me, but first off, I'm going to get my teammates involved. I can shoot for myself and get myself off, but I want to get my teammates involved, let it roll, play fast, be athletic.
Hands averaged 14 points and 6 assists per game last season with the Bruins, and his athleticism likely is enough to convince some team to take him in the second round, or at least invite him to camp as a free agent.